Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Sumo Summary Show for sumo action on day 9 of the Basho, the Aki Basho, that's happening right now at the Kokugikan in Tokyo. And it is Monday the 16th, which was a national holiday in Japan, so I got to stay home and put up lots of sumo on the Patreon page. So head over there if you haven't already. And of course, spoilers as always for what happened on day 9 as we get set to discuss the winners and losers and look forward to what's going to happen, who's going to be fighting whom on day 10. All right, let's get sharing. Jujum. Okay, over here on the Patreon page, I just wanted to let you know that we group things in collections instead of playlists, and some people were saying it was kind of hard to go through 100 videos the way that Patreon works after they wanted to go back and watch the July tournament or find a specific video. So I've decided to put it into 3 chunks: days 1 through 5, 6 through 10, 11 through 15. Now, something that Patreon just started doing recently is you can sell any video, any post. If you're a creator, you can sell it, that individual post. Well, I'm not going to do that because I'm only charging $1 to join, where you get access to every post. But they said you can sell this collection to someone who doesn't maybe want to sign up, or they just want to see this show or whatever. So I said, okay, 103 videos. Anybody that signs up for $1 also pays $1 in a month where there's no sumo, right? So I'll charge $2. Uh, it would be like they signed up for the $1, and then they can watch all the videos. It seems fair. But when I tried to put that number in, Patreon said that's too cheap. The minimum you can do is $2.99. So I just said, okay, fine. So I made it $3. So if you don't want to sign up for Patreon, but you're interested in watching a basho after it's done, I might, that might be an option for some people. I don't think anybody's done it yet, but it's there. So, Patreon is trying all these different ways to get you to, make money for you, which makes money for them, right? Okay. But there is Patreon. And if we go to the collection for day 6 through 10, we see day 9, which was today. And these are all the matches I put up. I put up 8 matches, 6 from the top division, including, the Ozeki matches, of course, Kirishima, the Aki, the Abi match, the big Onosato match, Daisho, and then 2 from Juryo, Chiyoshoma versus Hakuoho, and the leader down in Juryo, Takerufuji versus Oshomi. So, yeah, lots to see over there. If you decide to come over and join us, that'd be great. Okay, looking at what happened on day 9, well, let's start as we often do. Did anybody pull out of the tournament? Any absences? Nope. Nobody since day 5 in the top 2 divisions has pulled out of the tournament. So that's good. And then we go over to the results for day 9, and we'll start down in Juryo. So Takerufuji did get a win over Oshomi. Oshoumi, I should probably say that correctly. Oshoumi. Takerufuji 9-0 now, undefeated. Looks unstoppable, to be honest. And at Juryo 11, a lot of people are like, well, is he going to get promoted all the way up to the top division? I think if he goes Zensho Yusho, goes 15-0, yes. Other than that, it's questionable. But if he wins the Yusho, there is a good chance. So what else we got going on? Kaio was in the 6-2 group, but he lost today to go to 6-3, so he's sort of off that leaderboard. Aoyama right now, that's it. That's his 7th loss. So any loss in the next 6 days, and that's a Makekoshi, and most likely demotion down to the 3rd tier division. So we'll keep an eye on that. Excuse me. Asakoryu, also in the 2-loss group, lost today to go to 6-3. Shishi lost again, 5-4. Toki Hayate won to go to 5-4. And Hakuoho did lose against Chiyoshoma in the final match in the Juryo division today, So Chiyoshima, that's his Kachikoshi. He's now 8-1. He remains one off the pace of Takerafuji and Hakuoho. He's got to get 3 more wins in the final 6 days to get his Kachikoshi, but he definitely won't probably be able to put up enough of numbers unless he wins, all 6 days in a row and goes 11-4 or something, to get promoted up to the top division. But we'll see. He could certainly still put up 5 wins out of 6 and go 10-5, and that might be enough. So, we're not going to say never yet. All right, jumping up to the top division, the Makuuchi division here for September 16th, day 9. Shirokuma, unfortunately, is probably going to be heading back down to Juryo. He's now 2-7. He lost to Nishikigi today, who remains in the 2-loss group, one behind Kirishima. Hokuto Fuji and Takayasu entered this match both with 2 losses in the 2-loss group, and Hokuto Fuji lost. Takayasu maintains his 2-loss status, now 7-2. Kageyaki, a Makekoshi for him now. He's only got 1 win so far, 1-8 record. And if he doesn't put up a few wins, that's close enough to the bottom of the Banzuke that he'll get demoted down to Juryo from M11 unless he can put up some wins. Ryuden now 6-3, beating Sadanoumi. Onokatsu on my team, unfortunately, just can't put together 2 wins together, so he's now 3-6, lost to Roga today. Tamawashi is looking doubtful for a Kachikoshi. He lost again today to Kimbozan. Wakataka Kage maintains his 2-loss record, so his place on the leaderboard at M7 by beating Midori Fuji today. Endo also at 7-2 after beating Gonoyama. Both of them should get Kachikoshi in the next day or two. Meisei got just his 2nd win of the tournament against Ichi Yamamoto. Chiranaumi went to 6-3 by beating Koto Shoho. Matakeumi took some of the steam out of Oho's sails there. He's now 5-4 with a loss today. Tobizaru went to 3-6 by beating Takanosho. These are clash of the M1s, both men doubtful for Kachikoshi, but you never know. Atami Fuji got a 4th win, though, over the Komusubi Daei show to start our Sanyaku matches. Onosato maintains his perfect record, 9-0 now. The Sekewake beat Wakamoto Haru, who is now 5-4. Onosato, double-digit wins almost assuredly. And, of course, he needs 12 to get promoted to Ozeki. But I'm sure he's got he'll claim that he doesn't have his eye on the Yusho. He's just taking it one day at a time. But it's in there. It's in there. Abi, the Sekewake, falling to a 7th loss. So any loss, any day now in the next 6 days is a Makekoshi for Abi. So unless he wins all 6 days in a row, he won't be a Sekewake anymore. In November, he lost to Shodai today, who's now 5-4. Kirishima maintains his 1-loss status, one behind Onosato. And, spoilers, big match tomorrow for Kirishima. We'll talk about it in a minute. But he is 8-1 now, got his Kachikoshi today. And Shonano Umi, it was a Makekoshi. He is 8th loss. The Maegashira 5 will be going down the Banzuke. How far will be mitigated by how many wins he can post. Hoshoru got a good solid win over Hirada Umi to go to 5-4. The Komusubi is also 5-4. So both Komusubi lost today. And Koto Zakura, not if you watch the match, Ura, had a game plan and he executed it well, but a little surprising. Koto Zakura losing another one, and Ura is a good Rikshi, but he is also a rank and filer, right? He's an M5. The Ozeki should not be losing to guys ranked below Maegashira 1, really, and he did. So Ura goes up to 5-4. Koto Zakura, I don't want to say he's out of the Yusho race, but I don't think Onosato is going to lose 3 matches of his next 6 to give the guys at 3 losses any kind of chance. He might lose 1. He probably will lose 1. He might lose 2. And some of the guys who are 7-2 might have a chance, but I don't see him losing 3. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. But, Yeah, so I think the two Ozeki, neither of them probably are going to win the Emperor's Cup this time, but they can certainly play spoilers, right? They can beat Kirishima when they fight him. They can beat Onosato when they fight him. They can give guys losses, but I don't think either of them is going to win the tournament. But we've still got 6 days of sumo to go, so you just never know. Okay, so after a little tease, let's look at tomorrow. We'll start down in Juryo. So Takeda Fuji, they haven't really pulled him up yet. They keep him down here in the first half of the Juryo, and he is a Juryo 11, so I get it. But he's also 9-0. So he's fighting Tohakuru tomorrow in the very first match. Maybe they're trying to get people to come in earlier and show up to the basho around 3 o'clock instead of 3:30 or 4. But there you go. And then some of the other big matches, Aoyama trying to stay alive against Hide Noumi. Hakuoho back kind of in the middle of the pack against Kaio. And, very similar records, 5-4 against the 6-3. Asakoryu has Tamashoho. And Chiyoshoma in the final match of the day for Juryo has Shiden, who is 5-4. So he'll try to stay with his one-loss status, as Takeda Fuji will, of course, try to stay unbeaten and undefeated. All right, up in the top division, Takayasu kicking things off against Nishiki Fuji. Maegashira 17, got to get 8 wins. Now, we've said that before, and he stayed in miraculously with a 7-8 one time and a 6-9 last basho. But normally you would say got to get 8 wins. So we'll see about that. Onokatsu against Kimbozan. 7-2 Nishikigi against Kageyaki. Let's see who else. Hokuto Fuji takes on Ichi Yamamoto. 6-3 Ryuden versus 6-3 Oshoma. This is a fun one. So M7 Wakatake Kage against M8 Endo, both men 7-2. So one of them will go into the 3-loss group while the other maintains the 2-loss status. Tamawashi has Chiranaumi. Shodai Meisei. Wakamoto Haru has Atami Fuji. Takanosho Mitakeumi. And then we get into our Sanyaku matches. Daisho versus Oho. Hiradeumi, the Komusubi, has Tobizaru. And then we got our Sekewake clash right here. 4 matches from the end. Kirishima versus Onosato. So this is a big match. This is day 10. It feels a little early to be having a big match like this, but that's the way it's scheduling out. So the 8-1 Kirishima will go up against the undefeated 9-0 Onosato. Obviously, huge implications if Kirishima wins. If Onosato wins, he's given Kirishima another loss, and he will have a 2-win buffer over all the other wrestlers in the top division and go to 10-0. So definitely that'll be on the Patreon page tomorrow. Ura takes on Abi. Koto Zakura tries to bounce back from a loss today against Gonoyama tomorrow. And Hoshoru has Koto Shoho and Maegashira 4 in the final match of the day. All right. So that's our day 10 lineup. I look forward to seeing some of you over on Patreon. And in the standings of the contest, 8-way tie for first place. Gumby, Quimby, JV, Ravin, Ian, Atrumas, Fujigatama, and Dr. Strange Dog, all with 40 points in first place. And there is their teams. Oho and Wakamoto Haru now and Shodai all have 5 in this category, but certain categories you kind of have to have picked a certain person to be up there, like Oshoma or Wakatake Kage Takayasu, I guess Nishikigi gets you 7. And Hoshoru and Koto Zakura are now balancing out a little bit. For a while, you had to have Koto Zakura to be anywhere near the top, but now some of the guys with Hoshoru are coming up. I am probably at least 100 people down. Let's see. I'll be optimistic and pause. Yep, not there. Keep going. There I am. 146 people above me. So I am in 6th place theoretically with 35 points. And yeah, if Onokatsu can get some wins, come on, buddy. Roga got a win today, I think. Oho didn't get a win though. So, and Kotozakura didn't get a win on my team. That's true. So there you go. Maybe why I'm still down there. So good luck to everybody as we keep going through the week. Alrighty, that should do it for me. Yeah, I think that's about it. Thanks to everybody that came by the live stream for day 8 Sumo Summary Show last night. That was a lot of fun. I'll probably do it again. Yeah, maybe I can't do it then. I could do it on Saturday the 21st, maybe for day 14. I do have to get up really early though on the 22nd to do a drive out for that contest. But anyway, we'll see. I hope to have fairly solid coverage this week. Thursday might be the one day where you don't get a Sumo Summary Show. We have some students and teachers visiting from Australia. We kind of have a sister school down there, and they're coming up for 3 days, and we have to go out and have like a welcome dinner, our teachers and their teachers and stuff. So, yeah, I'll probably be busy on Thursday. But over on Patreon, I'm using my DVR and able to tape the matches even if I get home later, which is something I wasn't able to do with Abema. So that's great, and be pretty consistent with the coverage over there. Okay. Thanks, guys. Hope you had a good Monday, and I will see you tomorrow on Tuesday for day 10. Okay. Peace.